everyone. So today we're going to try another new recipe from the Plant Paradox cookbook. Unfortunately, I will be cooking alone tonight because Jan had to go to a physical therapy appointment right after work. So I thought I'll be a nice husband and just have dinner ready for her right when she gets home. And this is what it looks like when done properly. Notice I said when done properly because I'm not guaranteing I'm going to do it properly. Okay, so one of the first things I noticed in the recipe is it calls for 8 to 12 shiitake, however you say that, mushrooms, dried mushrooms reconstituted. Of course, me wondering why in the world would you want dried mushrooms reconstituted opposed to fresh mushrooms? So I did a little Google research and found that a lot of it's just for convenience because these are hard to find, which I proved to be true because I could not find them fresh in the store. The second reason is a lot of people claim that when they're dried and reconstituted, they are a little bit more flavorful. So don't know if that's true or not because I'm not an expert, but anyway, that's what we're using today. All right, I've got about a dozen of those in there. It says they have to soak in warm water for about 20 minutes. And while that's cooking, I am going to make the cauliflower rice. You can buy it pre-made, but it's pretty expensive. So this recipe called for 32 ounces of cauliflower rice, or about 4 cups. Okay, so that's 2 heads of cauliflower chopped up. And the next step is to use this handy little chopper from Pampered Chef that we love. Just like that. And not surprisingly, I think that's way more than 4 cups. But the good thing is I can freeze this. I think by now our shiitake mushrooms are ready. Let's see. So I did read online that after you do this, you get a nice little broth here that people like to use in soup. So if you want to save that, that's another benefit of using the dried mushrooms. Okay, it says to squeeze out the excess water, so... Okay. I don't know how you're supposed to do this, so this is what I thought of, just doing it with a paper towel. Alright, let's cut them into little slices. I will say these things are pretty durable. They feel really delicate, but they're actually quite durable, so you can really squeeze the water out of them. Okay, next up we're going to need an onion, diced, the ginger root minced. It said about 1 inch, so I'll cut a little piece of this. We'll add that to the pan. Eventually we'll add the garlic and we'll go from there. Now we got to chop up some celery because we're going to need that soon. Calls for 4 of these, thinly sliced. And we're also going to need 4 ounces of water chestnuts. This is an 8-ounce can, so I'm just going to use half of that can. And then we have our garlic, which I'm going to put through the garlic press when I need them. So those are our fresh ingredients that we need. Oh, and I have the mushrooms over here. I just wrap them up in a little piece of plastic, and I think we're ready to get the pan hot. Now we're going to take 2.5 tablespoons of sesame oil. Alright, we're going to add the onions and the ginger, and we'll cook that 3 to 4 minutes until the onions are translucent. Now we'll add the garlic and the mushrooms. Now we'll cook this 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, now we need to add the water chestnuts and celery. And we'll cook this until they soften. These are fairly soft now, so next thing to do is turn the heat up. It says to high, And whenever it says high, I don't always go quite high because I think that seems too hot. I'm turning it up pretty high, not all the way to high. And now we'll add the cauliflower rice, stirring constantly, make sure it doesn't burn. And we'll cook it 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, now we gotta add a tablespoon of coconut aminos. I'll kind of spread that around a little and put a little extra because I like the flavor. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of mustard powder. Try and spread that out a little bit. And then we keep on stirring. We want to make sure it doesn't burn, apparently. And cook until the rice is soft but not mushy. I tried it and the cauliflower is tender but not mushy. It's still a little bit crunchy, but I think that's okay. As you can see here, it's starting to burn on the bottom a little bit, so I'm going to make a little hole in the middle here and add the egg. So if you're going to do the egg version of this, this is where you would add the egg. So we're just going to put it in there like that, it says. And once they start to cook, then you can mix it in, which it looks like they are. So now we're going to mix in the rest of it. All right, I think the eggs have set in there, and you can see the little spot on the bottom is getting brown. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off of the heat and serve it. Are you excited, Tasha?
Yes, I came downstairs and it smelled like it was in an Asian restaurant.
Well, here's the end result. Told you it wouldn't look as fancy as that, but they say you have to keep stirring constantly and stuff like that, but then I have to go get the other ingredients like the eggs and the the coconut aminos. And I'm like, I can't stir constantly and do both that. So that's why I need Jan or Tasha to help me every time. So now we're gonna try it. So Natasha is dying of starvation, so she wants to try it first.
Yes, I do. It's good. Not how I was expecting it to taste, but...
Do you need more? This is like kind of like soy sauce. Do you need some more of that?
Maybe. I think that helped adding it in.
Yeah? Awesome.
There's not like a ton of like spice to it or anything, but...
Kind of bland.
A little bit.
I agree with you, Tasha. It doesn't have a ton of flavor. Like, it's a pretty mild dish, which I kind of expected because of what's in it. It seems like I'm missing an ingredient. If you don't like spicy food, you'll really like this because it's pretty, I don't want to say bland, but kind of bland. Definitely edible and a good dish, but I wouldn't say it's fantastic or super delicious or anything. It's just like, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just kind of bland. So, remember how I said I thought I was forgetting an ingredient? That's because it was listed as optional, but it's cayenne pepper. And so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this on there and see if I get a little bit of kick. Now, I don't know if sprinkling it on is the same as cooking it in, but at this point, I'm just going to try it. So it was 1/4 teaspoon for the whole thing. Oh boy, that's probably a lot.
You add more.
All right, let me mix it up and I'll try it. All right, I got the cayenne pepper in there. Gonna get a mushroom too.
Red pepper.
It's what?
Red pepper.
Well, it's ground cayenne red pepper. All right. I could probably put a little more in, but that definitely added a little heat. I wouldn't say it added a ton of flavor though. There it is. I found it. Yeah, it definitely gives it a little heat. As you can see, my eyes watering. Maybe I won't put any more in. But yeah, still not really a strong dish, but a lot of people really like dishes that aren't super strong, so.
You can eat it.
Oh, hi Jen, welcome home.
Hey! I'm home!
Finally.
I know, today was my long day. Oh. It's kind of a little bland.
Yeah, that's what we said too. Now, this was optional.
Which is shocking because I
are-
am the queen of bland.
But you can put a little more of these coconut aminos in. That's like a soy sauce.
Very good. I like it a lot. That was enough for me. Just a couple shakes of that.
Helped it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's good. It doesn't taste bad. I just wouldn't say, oh my gosh, I'm gonna eat this every day sort of thing. But I would eat it anytime I made it, so. Thanks for watching again. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and
Thanks for watching.
bye.